Welcome to the Franklin Township Public Library Board of Trustees meeting. It's March 22nd, 2023. I will call the meeting to order and start with a pledge of allegiance to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. And now I'll read the roll. NBC?
Here.
Iris Kislin?
Here.
Here. Deanna Gresham? I don't see her yet. Nicholas, I'm here. Agnes Kulabanya, hello, you're
Yes.
here. Amy Warsawala, you're here. Okay. Kevin O'Neill, I don't see
Oh, yeah,
him.
where's Kevin?
Not yet.
Okay, we'll wait. And Mayor Philip Kramer.
Here.
Okay. Also, January Adams, our director, and Robert Wardlow, our technical guru.
The guru.
You just got promoted, Bob.
Yeah. Big guru.
In
It goes
accordance,
with the salary.
this meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, also called the Sunshine Law. The schedule and notification have been provided to the Courier News, the Home News Tribune, and the Franklin Township Clerk. Copies have been posted in the library's vestibule and are also available at the reference desk. I'd like to open this meeting to any public comment that there might be. Is there any member of the public who would like to comment at this time? Seeing none, I would like to close this first part of the public comment session. Now, unfortunately, I think one person has not received the minutes, but is there any discussion of the minutes from the February 22nd meeting?
No.
And if none, is there a motion to accept the minutes?
I so move.
Is there a second?
Yes.
Agnes and NBC. Agnes made the motion, NBC seconded it. Now, properly, is there any discussion? Kevin, hello, good to see you.
Hey, I was having problems getting on. I needed to update the computer. I'm sorry.
Glad you're here. And we're asking for any discussion on the minutes.
No,
Seeing none, those in favor of the motion to accept these minutes, please raise your hand.
Aye.
I see that this is unanimously accepted. This motion has passed unanimously.
Director reports.
So, January, would you like to talk about your reports?
Sure.
Financial, and
Sure,
then
the
operating?
financial, I think I'm going to say what I said last time. There's nothing really outstanding on here, but I'm happy to answer questions.
I agree, nothing out of the ordinary.
How is the move going? Although it was delayed, is it going on?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
the move. She was asking
Whoa.
about the move.
Yeah.
I'll get
Books
to
are
it.
moving.
You said it
Yeah.
was delayed.
I'll get
Is
to
there
it.
any up to date?
Now, let's leave that till
Later.
Oh,
after,
okay.
I'll do it in the next part.
after
Yeah.
the operations report.
Okay, so there's no discussion on the financial?
No,
I don't have
Okay.
anything.
I don't see
Okay,
any.
so the operations, as many of you know, on March 5th, we had a little reception for Iris, and I thought it went well. And I really enjoyed meeting the members of Iris's family. And I also enjoyed getting to see people on the board in person again. That was probably one of the best parts of it. So
Yeah.
thank you again, Iris, for your gift. I'm sure it's going to be enjoyed by people using that branch for many years to come.
And thank you to all of you, because it was just, I was on a high for a long time after that. It really was
That's
special.
cool.
And my grandchildren and my daughter, we all enjoyed it. And then everybody came back to my house and we went over everything. And so it was really lovely.
Oh,
Thank you.
you're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
It's a good excuse to get together. Okay, the Adult Services Department had 37 programs that 413 people came. The Youth Services Department had 34 in-person programs that 1,150 people came to. 2 youth services programs, a special note, were the Parent Engagement Evening for Literacy at Hillcrest School and the Read Across America Assembly at McAfee School. And I mentioned this in last month's report, but I didn't mention it at the meeting, that the library has started accepting submissions to its annual online teen poetry jam, and that's in celebration of National Poetry Month. And teens may submit up to 3 original poems that will be posted on the teen social media accounts. Each submitted poem will count as an entry to win one of 2 prizes, and the contest is going to end April 21st. And now I can talk a little bit about the new branch. And as you know, there's been a delay because the electrical panel did not come in when it was supposed to. But the good news is that the book movers have come in. They've moved the books already over into the new building because we got permission to move stuff in. And the company Library Interiors is starting tomorrow to take down the current shelving, move it over, and then they'll be delivering the furniture next week. So everything will be all set up, except that there won't be any power and we can't open. What we're doing with the current branch and the strip malls, we're going to have limited services. So people can come in, they can use a computer, they can sit at a folding table and use their laptop if they want to. They can print out stuff, they can make copies, they can pick up holes, they can read magazines, and they can place holes. But they have to bring, with the exception of the magazine, not the magazines, they can read newspapers. I'm sorry about that, newspapers. With the exception of newspapers, there won't be anything there to read, but they, like I say, it will be limited services, and that'll keep us going for a while. And I guess we just have to stay tuned and wait for the electrical panel to come in. But once it comes in, things should start to move again, and we'll be able to open end of April, beginning of May.
January, will there be any flyers going out to the schools so that the schools can tell? Going home, we were discussing that a lot of the people don't know about the library opening.
Right.
And I have a physical trainer who lives in that area, and I was telling her about it, and she said, not a lot of people know about it. You have to do some advertising or send letters, notes home with the kids from school so the parents know that what's going on.
We can make up a flyer and get it out to the schools in that area. Yeah, we can do that. We'll just have to say coming soon. We won't give a date.
Yeah.
Watch for the opening.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to add that there is some power in the building. It's temporary power by extension cord. So it's not that the building is totally without any electricity, but the main lines from the street are not in.
Right.
I don't think the flyer should only be for the schools. What about some of the stores? Parents go to stores like Stop and Shop, other stores. If we have flyers all around.
Good idea.
So that they can
Yeah, I could have staff members go out and take some out in the area. Yeah. We do have flyers here, but then people have to come in here to see it. And we also have flyers at the current branch. But again, if they're not using the library now, they wouldn't know about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct.
Are there any other questions for January or about her reports or otherwise?
No.
Okay, moving on. I have no president's report. Correspondence and communication.
I put in that article that we actually discussed last meeting about that young woman who wrote the very nice letter.
Yes.
And then I added one, a more recent one about with the actual inaccurate information, nobody's fault, but readying for opening that article. I put that in for you.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't aware that the library had museum passes.
Yes, and there's one you might like, especially it's the Museum of the Dog in New York City.
Really?
And I heard that's a really good museum. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as it gets warmer out, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. So what do
Yeah.
you just make reservations and pick up the
Yeah,
passes?
come to the library and get a pass. Yeah.
And how
I
many?
think I think you can have 4 people on. I'm not sure. I'd have to
How
double
many,
check.
how many legs can go?
Yeah.
Depends how many you have.
Okay. Moving on, is there any old business?
I have some. I'm still working on the gallery roof issue. The final thing we needed to do was to measure the thickness of the supports that hold the panels in place. That has been done, and I'm just waiting for some information back. And what I was thinking of was having the representative from the cow wall system just come and strictly talk about his product. You know.
I think that's
I
a
think
good
that would be
idea.
very helpful to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's a project of some size. It's not like spending $100.
Right.
So
Right.
the more information we can get and the more questions we can ask, the better.
Yes.
Is there any other old business? Would anyone like to bring up any new business?
Yeah, me again. I was reading in the Franklin Reporter this morning. There was an article about the budget hearings in the town, and at the end of the article, it was reported that the library's appropriation. I'm going to have to read this so I make it clear. The library's appropriation was going to be $4,478,589, and it was going to be an increase of $703,159. That's wrong. The actual increase is really $158,675. It's a 3.7% increase. And I really would like to, I don't know who to talk to, but I'd like to see this be corrected, because this looks like the library is going to be rolling in money, and we're not. And I realized it's a mistake in arithmetic. What whoever got the figures together did was he or she subtracted the appropriation from 2021 from 2023, when it should have been a subtraction of 2022 from 2023. That's
Send him a message.
yeah.
Message.
So that would be either, we should send it to both Kathy Moody and Bob Vornlocker.
Okay.
Yeah.
And thank you too for speaking up, saying that we would need the money because of the branch libraries.
Yep.
And that's my
Actually,
own
Mr.
business.
Vornlocker did that. I added in the roof
Oh, you did?
issue. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's all I have for new.
Thank you.
Any other new business? Is there any public comment now that we've had our meeting? Would any member of the public now like to say anything? Seems that there is not, so I would like to close the second part of the public comment session. Our next meeting is scheduled for April 26th. And again, it will be virtual. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
NBC.
I'll
Is there a
second.
second? And Kevin seconds. Is there any discussion about the adjournment motion?
No.
Seeing none, all in favor of adjournment, raise your hand.
All right.
Aye.
Okay, it's unanimous.